All right, take two, everybody. This is that drummer guy, Josh Runquist. I'm here with Matt from Parrot, who's going to be doing a headlining set here at the Triple Rock in Minneapolis, Minnesota. How's it going tonight?
I'm doing very well, thanks, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Like we were talking about in take one of this interview, I've been a fan for about a solid year now, and I've been looking forward to seeing you guys doing a headlining tour here, and I was so thankful that Minneapolis was able to secure a spot for you guys.
Yeah, me too, man. It's great. It's nice to be here, and it was a hell of a drive today from Chicago, but we made it one piece. Who knows? We might be in several pieces after the show tonight, but it's going to be fun regardless.
That would be legendary of the Triple Rock for that to happen.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right. So there's a bit of a reputation here then.
Oh, yeah. But it's a legendary punk club.
Yeah.
I mean, NoFX has a song Seeing Double at the Triple Rock.
Okay,
which
cool.
is about this venue. So.
Okay, cool. Great, awesome, no worries. All right, well, I better let the boys know they're in for a big night.
Oh, yes. So how's the tour been so far?
We've been having a ball, man. We've been having a great time. You know, we started in California. We did 3 shows with Cattle Decapitation, and then we moved down to Texas, where we spent a week at Austin for South by Southwest, which was really awesome, and great opportunity for the band to sort of get out there and play amongst the music industry as such. And since then, we've been out on the road with Vatnet, Viscar, and Vaporizer. And it's been awesome, man. We've been having a great time. Those guys are all really lovely people, and we're just having a ball. Can't ask for much more than that,
Oh, that's awesome. And also, like we were talking about before, I mean, it's a really diverse lineup that we got going on here, even though it's just 2 bands. I mean, with like King Bear and Vatnet Viscar are so different in styles. It's great to see the kind of diversity that's going on with this tour.
Yeah, that's right. Vatnet Viscar are like a very different band to King Parrot. They provoke a very different vibe, from the, they're very dark and brooding and they've just got their own thing going on, and I think it's really cool what they do. And it's like I think it's cool just being able to get to see like a band like us, a band like them, and when Vaporizer are with us as well, they've got their own whole thing going on, sort of like a Melvinsy big business kind of thing with like sort of dark vocals and stuff like that. I just think they're a great band, and that was really cool. But they had to drop off the tour, and now it's just us and Vatnet, so it's all good, man.
Oh, very cool. It's sad to see them go, but at least you guys are still able to carry on and finish out the rest of the tour.
Oh yeah, of course, man. They were just like, they were only ever going to do those couple of weeks with us, so it's all good, man. No dramas there.
Oh, very cool. So how's the reception been so far? I mean, of course, a lot of people are discovering you on this tour, so how's that been going on?
Yeah, it's been going good, man, especially the last couple of weeks, I think, like, as the word sort of got out around the States and, like, press has sort of got out a little bit more, and, there's been a bit more buzz and stuff like that about the band. We've seen the attendances rise at shows a bit, and, I think the one thing that I noticed that's different about, a King Parrot show to other metal bands is that, like, most of the people in the crowd are kind of smiling when we're playing, rather than, standing there with their arms crossed or, violently moshing or whatever. It's actually just a whole bunch of fun. So, it's been really good, man. I don't think too many people have left the shows going, oh, that sucks, but it's been great, man. We're really stoked with it.
Oh, very cool. And again, it's like with the tour that's going on right now, it's like there's a lot of bands that do that doom and gloom sound, and there's bands that do like the really fun metal that's going on, and it's good to have a good combination like that. I mean, instead of just having like everything sound the same.
I agree, man. I think it sets it off well, and if you met the guys from Vatnet Viscar and then you saw them playing that music, you'd be like, no way. No way are they capable of doing that. They're way too nice.
Oh, that's so cool.
No, they do it, and they do it very well, and it's cool, man. We're stoked to be out on the road with them, and we got the same booking agent and all that sort of stuff, so it's cool, man. It's going really well with them.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, I've been looking forward to seeing them too, and I'm seeing you guys together in one tour, like the first time coming to Minnesota. I mean, that's just awesome for someone like me.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. You were mentioning that you were down at South by Southwest. Did you get a chance to check out any other bands while you were down there, or was it just 1 or 2 shows and then you had to go?
It was more like about 6 shows in
really?
3 or 4 days.
Nice.
So there was definitely a couple of days we played twice, and I think we did like 6 shows there. We didn't get to see too much. I mean, we saw Iron Reagan, played with them, and we played with Spirit Caravan. They were really great. We played with a band called Ancient, who were good. Another band I really liked was Laser Wolf from Atlanta.
Yes.
They were really cool. Wow, who else did I see? Oh, there's a great band from Australia called High Tension. They're like a punk rock band, and we're good friends with those guys, and we played a fair few shows in Australia with them. And we played at the thing called the Aussie Barbecue in Austin there with them, so that was really good. And I think that's probably about all the other bands that I got to see. I mean, I don't know if you've ever been to South by Southwest. It's a nightmare. If you're in a band, it's a nightmare. If you're a punter and you want to go and check out lots of different bands, it'd be amazing. But as a band, it's like you're loading in from like 3 blocks down the street, and there's people pushing quad boxes down the road. Oh man, it was an awesome experience. But yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. It was cool, man. It was nice to be able to play in front of all those music industry people, and I know a lot of people saw us from Europe and the States as well, and hopefully some good stuff's going to come out of it for us.
I hope so too, because you guys deserve to be heard and doing some big, huge tours coming up. I really hope so anyways.
Yeah, well, we're talking to a few people at the moment, and we're trying to get some more stuff happening in the States and obviously in Europe as well. I mean, there's only so much touring you can do in Australia before people start throwing rocks at you, so yeah, we want to spend a lot of time over here, it's great. It's so much fun. It's nice being able to play and not, drive not so far to go to the next show, and just, take in all the different diverse cities in America, it's awesome.
Oh, very much so.
Yeah.
And the great thing with a band like you guys is like you can fit in with a lot of different genres of metal and it'll make sense. Like you said, you did a few shows with Cattle Decapitation and South by Southwest, and it's so cool to see.
Yeah, no, that's it, man. It's like, I guess, we're being like a band that sort of crosses over genres a little bit, from like grindcore to thrash to punk rock. I mean, they're the sort of 3 genres that we feel like we probably identify with most as a band. So to be able to cross over into all of that, there's elements of rock in there as well. There's just elements of straight rock and roll in King Parrot that I don't know whether people will pick up on that as well or not. But we've a couple of the members in the band have played in like rock and roll bands before, like just hard rock bands, and I think there's a little bit of that in there as well with the simplicity and the structure of the songs as well. So. It's been good for us to be able to, play with different bands and expose the band to different audiences, Whether it's everyone's cup of tea or not, I'm not too sure, but, whatever. Like, we've been very grateful that we can play with, like, death metal or thrash metal bands or punk rock bands or hard rock bands or whatever, so, yeah.
Oh, it's so cool to see. And we were also talking before, you have a new lineup that's going on right now.
Yeah.
How do you feel that's going to transpose into the new material and new album that'll be coming out?
Well, it's I think it's going to be it's going to be a different record. Definitely going to be a different record, and of course it's going to be a new record. Yeah, like obviously we changed drummers. We've had 3 different drummers this year, which is not ideal, especially like, we played 120 shows in Australia last year, and having 3 different drummers sort of made it tricky, like we had to spend a lot of time rehearsing and a lot of time playing and whatever, and we put the drummers under a lot of pressure, but we now have Matt Skitz as a full-time drummer who's sort of, well known in Australian drumming circles as a bit of a legend. He's played with, like Damaged and Sadistic Execution and how many other, Hellspawn and how many other bands, like, he played drums with Hobbs Angel of Death for a little while as well. And, you know, he's just a super intense drummer, and I think the King Parrot material was already pretty intense. So I think, you know, when we're going into this new material, I think there's just going to be this new level of intensity with the way that he approaches his playing that hopefully, like, sort of gives it that, just gives it a different edge, and, you know, hopefully can take us a little bit further.
Very cool. And it's nice to have that kind of intensity with the drummer as well, because it makes the music that much more intense as well.
Oh, yeah, I mean, for us, it's like a lot of it like revolves around the drums, you know, and you know, I guess we're not one of those sort of grindcore bands that just gives you total punishment 24/7. You know, it's like we have groove and a bit of swing and stuff in some of the songs as well. So, you know, that's kind of the stuff that I like to hear. I like it really fast and brutal, and I also like a little bit of groove in there as well. And I like, you know, I've always been a fan of extreme vocals and stuff like that. So for me, you know, we just got this great little outlet for the band, you know, and we've got this opportunity here, like, to make this music that we all really love making. So I think we're all sort of really happy with the way that it's going in this sort of, like, it's, you know, pretty early stages of the band.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course that transposes live so well too.
Yeah, well, it does, man. We always have you know, we just have a lot of fun on stage, and the guys in the band are just like energetic, and you know, and I am too, and we just want people to have a really good time, you know, and I guess, yeah, the difference between, you know, us and maybe some other metal bands is that, like, you know, a lot of people in the audience are laughing, and you know, like last night in Chicago, there was this woman in the audience who she just had my attention. When we were playing, she was just like hysterically laughing the whole time, and I guess, you know, it is a bit of a spectacle. So that's what we you know, we wanted to entertain, and we want it to be a bit of a spectacle, and we want people to have a good time. So if we're ticking all those boxes, then that's great.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, when you go to a show, you want to have a good time, and if you can get a smile on your face too, it makes it that much better. I
agree, man. Yeah, and that's what, you know, that's what we try and do, you know. I mean, our bass player Slats, he's like part-time comedian, so, you know, B-grade comedian. No, he's good, he's funny, and you know, obviously, you know, with all the videos and all that sort of stuff, you know, people get a bit of a glimpse of what he's like, and, you know, he's pretty much like that 24/7, so.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, just to wrap things up here, I know you got to get ready to head up on stage soon. Is there anything else that you'd like to bring up that I've not brought up yet?
No, well, like, I guess just, you know, thanks for supporting and getting the word out there for us. We really appreciate it. You know, we've got like 12 shows left, I think, and we've got Lawrence tomorrow. I mean, I can't roll off the dates off the top of my head, but we're heading back down the West Coast, and we're going up to Vancouver, we're doing Seattle, Portland, we've got Denver, Fresno again, LA, San Diego. So yeah, it's going to be good, these last 12 shows, you know. I'm glad that we're actually getting to go back and play like some of the places that we played at the start of the tour, you know, 6 weeks later, so it'll be cool to see how that goes. And yeah, you can check out, you know, our Facebook page and all that sort of stuff. It's got all the tour dates up there. So yeah, come out and check it out, and we guarantee you'll either love it or hate it, and you'll have a laugh at least.
And really, that's all you can ask for.
Yeah, exactly.
But thanks again for doing this interview. I cannot wait for you guys' set, and I can just tell it's going to be an incredible show.
Cheers, man. Thank you very much for your support. I appreciate it.
Oh, not a problem. I love supporting the best bands out there, and once I discovered you guys, I knew I had to support you in any way I can, so I'm glad I can do it this way as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And once again, this has been Matt from King Parrot, and this is that drummer guy, Josh Runquist. Thank you.